Really?
Oh.
Yeah, we had a deal.
What happened?
And he said, you know what, I'm not going to do it.
He didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Did he
I
give a
can't
reason?
be in that position.
White House card's got to be the biggest fight. Can't be John Jones. He's a flake. John really wants on the card. John apologizes. He went to Dana White in a text message, and Dana said, hey, I didn't like how this whole thing went down with Aspinall. I thought that we had an agreement. I'm not cool with that. John came to him and apologized.
Dana White makes it clear that John Jones will not be included on the UFC White House card after stepping away from the agreement to fight Tom Aspinall. He explains that they already had an understanding, but Jones later chose not to move forward with it. White stresses that he can't rely on a fighter who backs out of commitments and needs someone dependable for that position.
Are you saying no to Jones? What's the...
I haven't said yes or no to anybody yet, but I can't put John Jones in a position where he can, you know.
Right. You can't let this get canceled.
I had a deal with him. We had a deal to fight Tom Aspinall.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, we had a deal.
What happened?
And he said, you know what, I'm not going to do it.
He didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Did he
I
give a
can't
reason?
be in that position.
John Jones looks back on the Aspinall situation with regret and admits he handled their verbal deal poorly. He acknowledges that nothing official was signed, but he still feels responsible for how everything played out. Jones adds that he's giving Dana White some room for now, though he hopes to meet him in person soon to offer a direct apology.
I think my most immediate goal is to try to be on the White House card.
Okay.
And
you talking to Dana? How's he feeling?
You know, I'm giving Dana his space. You know, Dana has changed my life.
Yes, he
has changed my life. He's changed my children's lives.
Yeah.
I'm forever grateful to him. And we had a verbal agreement that didn't go over well. Nothing was finalized. I do admit guilt, not guilt, but I was wrong.
You'll make it right at the White House.
The way things went down, I was wrong, and I wish that I could see him face to face and just apologize to him, and so that we can let bygones be bygones and get back to making some major money for the sport and really entertaining these fans. When he's feeling me, I think I'm one of his favorite fighters. Yeah. When he's not feeling me, I'm probably the reason why he has a bald head.
Yeah, that's probably why you are.
Dana White also accepts John Jones's apology and says Jones has nothing to be sorry for. He explains that even with all the issues they've had throughout the years, he still considers Jones the greatest of all time. White mentions that some people laugh when he says it, but working with Jones has always been a unique experience.
I see he said he wanted to apologize to you. Are you in an accepting mood of that apology?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, he doesn't need to apologize to me for anything. You know, even through all the bad stuff that John and I have gone through, I still say that John Jones is the greatest of all time because it's a fact. You know, it has nothing to do. You know, everybody starts laughing when I say it. John Jones is the greatest of all time. Period. End of story. I know it, and everybody else knows it. So there's nothing for John to apologize about. You know, dealing with John over the last however many years has been a unique experience, I can tell you that, but it doesn't change the fact that he's the best ever.
TJ Dillashaw looks back on Islam's performance and admits he didn't expect the fight to be so one-sided. He explains that he always favored Islam in a grappler versus striker matchup, especially with someone as dominant as Islam, but he still expected JDM to offer more resistance, scramble more effectively, and show more danger on the feet.
Islam made the fight look so easy, dude. And I did not expect it to look that easy. I chose Islam to win. Anytime there's a grappler versus striker, usually 90% of the time I'm picking the grappler. Especially when they're this dominant. But I expected JDM to give him more problems, be able to get back to his feet and show more danger on his feet.
Robert Whitaker talks about how packed the welterweight division is, making it tough to predict the next matchups. He mentions possible fights like Mikael Morales versus Makhachev or Carlos Prates, but he also notes complications if Ian Gary defeats Kamaru Usman, plus Shavkat Rakhmonov and Islam asking for a White House fight, all in the mix. He says it's hard to know what direction the UFC will choose next.
Hard to say who he fights next because both welterweight fights put on a spectacle.
I know.
They put on a show. And honestly, it could be a flip of the coin. Like in a perfect world, in a world of rules and regulations, the higher ranked guy would just get the fight. Both guys put on an excellent showing. But what actually happens, who knows? Is anybody's guess.
Either you have Michael Morales versus Islam Makhachev, or you have Michael Morales versus Carlos Prates for the #1 contender fight. But then I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, hold on, if Carlos Prates wins and Ian Gary beats Bilal Muhammad, how is that fair to Ian Gary? Because he just beat Carlos Prates. Welterweight is crazy, and not to mention Kamaru Usman and Shavkat Rakhmonov are just lurking in the wings. I don't know what you do. This division's stacked, bro. It's crazy.
And not to mention, Islam just asked for a White House fight. You know, who do you put him against for a card that big, monumental? I don't know. I do not have the answer.
Arman Sarukian also praises Islam's UFC 322 performance, saying he dominated Magdalena with surprising ease. He notes that Islam is operating at a completely different level in his prime and questions who in the 170-pound division could realistically challenge him right now.
What was your reaction to what Islam accomplished on Saturday?
A very good performance. I was I was shocked how he beat so easy Madalena. It says what's Islam level, you know. He's in different level right now. He's on his prime.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought that fight would be a lot closer.
And I don't know who can stop him right now. The 170.
Meanwhile, Arman Sarukian thinks Ilia Topuria talks too much. When asked about a possible matchup, Arman confidently says he would choke him out. He adds that Ilia should be worried about his wrestling ability, stressing that his skills in the cage are what make him dangerous.
I interviewed Ilia Topuria some time ago, and he told me that you were boring or unskilled. What do you think of him?
Ilya, he likes to talk a lot.
And what do you think would happen in a fight between you and him?
I choke him out.
You say that Topuria fears you. What should he fear about you?
About my skills, about my wrestling.
Paddy Pimblett is also interested in facing Ilia Topuria and expresses frustration about the delay in confirming his fight with Topuria. He says he doesn't understand why the contract isn't finalized yet and is waiting to see how things move forward in the next few weeks.
You know, me and Topuria's got the storyline built in. It's all there. It's half nice for me that he won the belt, even though I don't like him. I'd rather him not be a 2-division champ. It's better for me that he won the belt, because if Charles would have won, then I definitely would have had to fight someone else first. You know what I mean? But with Ilia having the belt, it's just a storyline's already set up. It's all ready to go. Exactly. So I don't understand why it's not announced and why it's not already made and written in a contract. But we'll see what happens over the next few weeks.
Paddy Pimblett also criticizes Justin Gaethje for expecting a guaranteed title shot, calling it unfair. He highlights that his own recent win came against a higher-ranked opponent and notes that his fight with Ilia Topuria already has a strong storyline. Pimblett adds that he is surprised the matchup hasn't been officially announced yet.
You know, don't ever want to say a bad word about Justin Gaethje, because he's a legend, but he's doing interviews lately being a proper, you know what I mean, saying like the UFC owe him and he deserves it and all that. No one's owed nothing. You know what I mean? You fight for it. And my last win, I beat someone in a better fashion who was a higher ranked opponent than he won in his last fight. So I know he's a legend and obviously he's done a lot for the company and all that, but you can't just demand a title shot. You know, me and Topuria's got the storyline built in. It's all there. It's half nice for me that he won the belt, even though I don't like him. I'd rather him not be a 2-division champ. It's better for me that he won the belt, because if Charles would have won, then I definitely would have had to fight someone else first. With Ilia having the belt, it's just a storyline's already set up. It's all ready to go. Exactly. So I don't understand why it's not announced and why it's not already made and written in a contract. But we'll see what happens over the next few weeks.
And that's all we have from today's video, and we hope you've enjoyed it. Share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing anime.